not only in each other's services, but in a vigorous assault on the problems of the day: population, integration, housing, poverty, crime, war. To a revolutionary world, the churches have not turned their backs. Many are altering their stance toward society, toward their own membership, toward each other, and in some cases even toward the very truths they profess. In broadest terms, the revolution is aimed at making religion more meaningful to all mankind in an age of incredulity, dissatisfaction, and rapid upheaval of old standards. The revolution may capture headlines only when churchmen march with civil rights pickets, but religion's renewal appears on many levels in nearly all of Chicago's 250 denominations, sects, and cults. 5,000 houses of worship, some reflecting the new mood in their very architecture. 42 seminaries, a hotbed of change, with the largest enrollment outside of Rome. 7 million people, Buddhists, Hindus, Sikhs, Muslims, Baha'is. 3 million Protestants, 2.5 million Catholics, 300,000 Jews, all of whose future relationships with God, man, and themselves be affected by the revolution now underway. The gift of tongues, relevance in approach to the people. To reach the South Side's gang members, both potential and actual, Baptist minister Richard Gleason changes neither his fundamentalist beliefs nor the traditional worship services. His revolution is in communication.
One night, Samson decided to leave the apartment for a little while, go down in the elevator, out on the street, and see what was happening. He was tired of sitting around, tired of all the commotion that was going on in the house. Samson went down and he saw across the way a little ways a girl he never saw before. Samson said, "Hey, baby!" Had a conversation going, and before he knew it, he was on his way with his friendship with Delilah. And so Delilah decided to go along with the program.
What the kids call this type of preaching nitty-gritty. Nitty-gritty is, well, it's what's happening, it's where it's at, it's what they see. It's life as it is.
And all before Samson knew it, poor Samson's nose was so wide open, Samson had fallen so far, he couldn't see what was happening. And then she said, "Samson, lay down. Let's lay down." And I mean, Samson, loosen up. Let's socialize a little bit. You act so cold to me. I want to know what it's like to be with a real man. And Samson laid on Delilah's lap, the Bible says.
I'm not sure what conversation was like in heaven, but when Jesus came down to earth, he talked the way that people talk, where he lived. And if Jesus lived today, he would say, "Thee, thus, and thou art," and so forth. But he talked about you and me. He would understand the ghetto. He would understand the frustration the kids face. And he would speak of it. And the parables he would be speaking would be the parables about their daily lives. I think the reason that we have so many young people each week is certainly not because we're easy, but because we expect a lot out of them. We emphasize that God's not trying to say, no, don't have fun. Jesus did say, I come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. And we want to take them from where they are onto more fun, more life, and better things. I'm the Father image, and as a good father, I take whatever action the father would take. Often they're referred to as hard-to-reach young people. But what people don't realize is that beneath this first impression, or this outward expression, is a very sensitive person. In fact, every gang leader I've ever met is a very, very sensitive person. Out of these 200 young people, the very most would be 6 fathers. Being the father image, if a boy is not doing what he should be doing, you'll take a paddle to him. The kids do want correction if they're wrong.
What's been happening, Willie? What's been happening at school? What's been happening at home? What's happening down the street?
Nothing.
That's the whole point.
Nothing.
You haven't been in school one day this past week.
Them teachers don't know what they're talking about. I walk into class, they give me a hardware to go every time.
This is the point, Willie. This semester you've missed 20 days of school, and 21 days means that you're out of school. I have gone up to school repeatedly, and I've given you 3rd, 4th, and 5th chances. And here you're still messing up. Now, it's up to school, and the teachers are going to give you an admit slip. Every class. And every day, I want you to come right after school. I don't mean 3:15 or 3:20, but 3 o'clock. I'm going to be right here every day after school to get that admit slip. And I want to see every day it says, Willie's been to English. Willie's been to history. Willie's been to this class. Willie's been to that class. And I have all the school teachers' signatures. I know all their signatures. So don't try to mess around and forge their name. If you go a week this way, then on Friday night we'll go out to dinner. Every Friday night. And if you don't do it, Friday night we'll handle something else.
The teenager in the South Side is not against God. He's not anti-religious. He's not anti-right. He's only anti-wrong. He's anti-phony. He's make-believe stuff. The Bible does say, by your fruit you shall know them. And our kids are very good fruit inspectors. They know if you care or not. It's my community. These are my friends. I'm trying to do what I can do as a person. They don't resent it. And together all you can make it.